Listen. Practice. Speak. Practice makes you perfect.
Have you ever walked into a business meeting, or maybe just found yourself in a casual chat at work and wished you had just the right phrase? Something to contribute or
Yes.
clarify, or maybe even lead the conversation. Perhaps you wanted to get a complex idea across simply, or, I don't know, bridge a disagreement with a bit of finesse.
Yeah, absolutely. Finding those words.
Well, today, we're not just observing. We're diving deep into the dynamic world of business English at work. We're really focusing on uh, meeting phrases and conversation practice.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is that we're going beyond just the what of the business topics. The project management, the sales figures, marketing plans, all that.
Right.
We're really honing in on the how. How do skilled professionals actually use language? How do they structure their discussions? How do they manage expectations, navigate those tricky situations, resolve conflicts, and really drive projects forward with precision? So this deep dive, it's designed to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge, really emphasizing the practical application of specific language, communication strategies that can genuinely transform your workplace interactions.
Practical stuff. Good.
Yeah, we'll explore the power of certain phrases, the structures that bring clarity, and those, subtle conversational nuances that make all the difference.
Exactly. So our mission today is to give you a shortcut. A shortcut to being not just well-informed about what makes a business successful, but really intensely aware of how its people talk to make it happen. You'll walk away with some surprising insights, I think, and definitely practical takeaways, ready to enhance your own business communication toolkit.
Sounds good.
So let's get started and pull up a chair to some of these insightful conversations we've got. Okay, so our first stop throws us right into the heart of what makes any project tick, right? The essential skills of a project manager.
The absolute basics, yeah.
But beyond just listing these skills, we're going to really lean in and listen to how these ideas are exchanged in the source material we looked at.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a masterclass in
Right.
professional agreement, strategic questioning, and the subtle art of building consensus through precise language.
Indeed. And this initial dialogue we're referencing, it's not just a checklist, is it? It's more of a structured exploration of, a dozen critical skills?
Yeah, something like that.
What's particularly insightful is the methodical way they approach it, often asking why a skill is important or how it can be improved.
Right.
This isn't just summarizing. It's like a blueprint for using business English to build consensus and, a shared understanding in a professional setting. Let's dissect their approach, starting with what they both agree is, paramount.
Absolutely. They kick off with communication, and it's immediately identified as, quote, the top skill, which it makes perfect sense when you think about it, doesn't it? The source dialogue says, quite plainly, that without clear communication, projects can literally fall apart. But it's the response in the dialogue that really highlights the communication strategy here. When one person brings up communication, the other doesn't just say yes. They say, absolutely, clear communication ensures that everyone is on the same page.
That specific phrase.
Yeah, it's not just agreement. It's an active affirmation. It
Yeah.
builds on the point, reinforces its importance, and sort of subtly takes ownership of the idea, too.
Right. It signals engagement, a shared understanding. That's essential for managing stakeholder expectations, delivering updates efficiently.
Exactly. This kind of active affirmation where you echo and elaborate, it doesn't just keep the conversation flowing smoothly. It actually builds psychological safety and cohesion within a team.
And what's fascinating about that specific phrase, absolutely, clear communication ensures that everyone is on the same page, is how it elevates simple agreement. It turns it into a shared vision, almost.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, good communication, whether it's explicitly discussed or just implied, it prevents misunderstandings, keeps everyone in the loop, which is vital for project transparency and ultimately successful outcomes. It's that constant kind of iterative process of making sure everyone's mental model of the project actually aligns.
Right. Okay, so from there, they pivot pretty seamlessly to time management.
Yep.
It's all about organizing tasks within those set deadlines, making sure milestones are reached without delays.
The classic project manager challenge.
Totally. The conversation points out that without proper time management, even the best planned projects can derail. Just off the tracks.
Yeah.
And this is where those practical, actionable phrases come in. One speaker asks, what strategies can project managers use to improve their time management skills?
Good question. Specific.
Exactly. It's not generic. It's an invitation for precise, structured thought, which kind of mirrors the very skill they're discussing, right? Organization. So the dialogue then gets into specific tools, Gantt charts, task tracking apps, but also emphasizes prioritizing tasks. So, most critical tasks get done first, avoiding bottlenecks.
Avoiding bottlenecks. That's a great bit of business English shorthand, isn't it?
It really is. Describes overcoming obstacles that slow things down, and it implicitly shifts the conversation from just identifying a problem to finding a proactive solution.
Right. From problem to solution.
And also talk about adaptability, noting that projects often face unexpected challenges and flexibility is key, which perfectly sets up the next skill they cover.
And speaking of flexibility, that leads us directly to problem solving.
Yep.
A good project manager, as the dialogue reveals, has to be able to quickly identify and solve problems to keep the project on track, even when obstacles pop up.
Always obstacles.
Always. The source highlights that anticipating risks allows for proactive solutions which minimize the impact of issues.
So getting ahead of it.
Exactly. This ability to foresee challenges and act before they become full-blown crises is, well, it's a hallmark of really effective project management. It's not just about fixing problems reactively, it's about building a communicative environment where potential issues get flagged early and solutions are brainstormed together.
Okay, and then comes leadership.
The big one.
This skill is described as inspiring and motivating the team, ensuring everyone's aligned with the project goals. There's another one of those affirming phrases used. Yes, leadership ensures that the team stays focused and aligned with the project goals. Again, affirming and building.
Reinforcing the point.
It speaks to the manager's role in maintaining direction and energy. But what really stood out to me was the discussion around delegation.
Yes. Delegation.
Effective delegation isn't just about, offloading tasks. It's about avoiding burnout and ensuring tasks are handled by the right person, not just any person.
That's a crucial distinction.
It is. A leader who trusts their team, as the source emphasizes, creates an environment where everyone feels empowered, able to contribute their best, which ultimately gets better results.
Right.
It's a communication strategy of trust and empowerment, not just giving orders.
Exactly. And following leadership, they discuss organization.
Right. Keeping things tidy.
Pretty much. Ensuring resources and tasks are meticulously ordered, reducing confusion, helping everyone stay productive. Good organization is essential for, as they say, keeping the project within scope and budget.
Scope and budget. Key terms.
Definitely. And while scope and budget are common business terms, the nuance here is how the dialogue frames them as explicit communication parameters. By defining and communicating the project's scope, the specific work to be done, and its budget, you proactively manage expectations.
Yeah.
And you prevent misunderstandings, which, let's face it, are often the root cause of projects going sideways.
Which naturally brings us to financial management. Managing the money.
Gotta watch the bottom line.
You do. Managing the project's budget effectively helps avoid cost overruns. Another concise, impactful phrase for blowing the budget. Yep.
Heard that one before.
The dialogue emphasizes that a good project manager doesn't just track expenses, they adjust plans when needed, ensure the project gets delivered without exceeding the allocated resources.
So it's more than just bean counting.
Much more. It's about maintaining trust with stakeholders and clients, communicating the financial health of the project, and any necessary adjustments. Transparently, that builds credibility. And credibility is fundamental in long-term business relationships.
This raises an important question, though. How do you manage those relationships, especially when resources are tight or when conflicts inevitably pop up?
Good point.
And that's precisely where negotiation skills come into play. Project managers often need to negotiate maybe with vendors for resources, clients on deliverables, even their own team members about timelines.
Right. It's constant.
The dialogue emphasizes that negotiation helps secure resources, resolve conflicts, and ensure everyone's needs are met. They even introduce the concept of a win-win negotiation.
The win-win.
Which isn't just about compromise, really. It's about finding common ground, finding mutual benefit that can actually strengthen relationships long-term. It's the art of using language-specific phrases to bridge gaps and create value for everyone involved.
Okay, so from negotiation, the conversation moves to decision-making.
Yeah.
This is absolutely vital, isn't it?
Critical. Can't get stuck.
A project manager has to be able to make informed choices quickly and confidently. Timely decisions keep the project moving, avoiding those unnecessary delays.
Momentum is key.
What the dialogue subtly illustrates here is the communication process behind decision-making, the weighing of pros and cons, the balancing of risk and reward. This isn't just an internal mental checklist. It's about articulating these considerations to stakeholders, to team members, to ensure alignment and buy-in, even on the tough calls.
Yeah, getting everyone on board with the decision, even if it's difficult.
That's often one of the hardest parts of this skill, yet absolutely necessary to make progress and, avoid stagnation.
Stagnation is definitely the enemy of progress, and often so is internal friction, right?
True.
Which is why they then cover conflict resolution, especially important with diverse teams, high-pressure projects.
Yeah, bound to happen.
This skill ensures that issues within the team are handled professionally and don't escalate, meaning they don't spiral into more serious problems.
Nip it in the bud.
Exactly. It's about maintaining a positive team atmosphere, mediating disputes, finding common ground, all of which build trust. The dialogue highlights how active listening and impartial mediation, often using specific phrases and careful questioning, can de-escalate tensions and foster a more harmonious work environment.
And trust, as the source notes, is the foundation of any successful project team, which leads naturally to emotional intelligence. This helps project managers understand their team's needs and motivations and manage stress, both their own and the team's.
The soft skills that are actually hard skills.
Totally. The crucial communication aspect here is how this understanding translates into empathetic leadership. Knowing how to approach sensitive topics, when to offer support, how to create a safe space for open communication that ultimately creates a more productive and harmonious work environment. It's about the human aspect of leadership, making sure people feel understood and supported through your words and actions.
Absolutely. Then the next skill discussed is technical knowledge.
Right, the tech side.
While project managers don't necessarily need to be deep technical experts themselves, the dialogue stresses that a basic understanding of technical aspects is always helpful.
Okay.
This allows them to communicate more effectively with the technical specialists, make more informed decisions, maybe anticipate challenges better, and therefore avoid delays.
So speak the language a bit.
Exactly. The key takeaway here in this communication insight is the emphasis on balance. Balancing both technical and interpersonal skills is the key to project success. It's not one or the other.
Got it.
It's the ability to bridge the technical and the human through effective communication that truly elevates a project manager.
And finally, adaptability. Because projects rarely go exactly as planned, right?
Almost never.
So being adaptable allows project managers to pivot when needed and keep the project on track. The term pivot here, that's a classic piece of business English, meaning making a significant change in strategy or direction.
A common one now.
Flexibility helps them respond to changes in scope, deadlines, team dynamics, and it shows resilience, which is critical for leading a team through challenging times. This entire discussion, the back and forth in the source, it exemplifies not just what skills are needed, but how to take turns. Express agreement with impact, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ask those probing follow-up questions, what strategies, and summarize discussions effectively, all within a dynamic business conversation. It's the practical application of business English right there.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this whole initial discussion really emphasizes that in business, it's just not enough to have a skill. You need to be able to articulate its value, understand its nuances, connect it to broader objectives.
Communicate it.
Exactly. The way they methodically go through each skill, asking why and how, it demonstrates a key meeting dynamic. Collective problem solving and shared understanding built through iterative, thoughtful communication. It's not just a list. It's a structured exploration of how to use business English to clarify, reinforce, and expand upon crucial points, making them actionable for everyone involved.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting and practical, I think. Let's shift gears now from those project foundations to the cut and thrust of a sales performance review.
The numbers game.
This is where the rubber meets the road, right? With numbers, trends, actionable strategies. We need to pay close attention here to how they dissect data, propose solutions, and crucially, maintain a constructive tone even when facing challenges.
Yeah, that tone is key.
This is where precise communication can either really motivate or totally deflate a team.
This next dialogue we looked at is a fantastic demonstration of data-driven communication in action. The meeting opens with an overview of quarterly sales performance. It acknowledges a slight decline in total revenue.
Ouch.
Yeah, but immediately balances it with significant improvements in key areas.
Okay, so not all bad news.
Exactly. This balanced approach to delivering news, the good and the bad, is crucial for maintaining morale while still directly addressing challenges. It sets a tone for constructive problem solving, not, blame.
Yeah, avoids the finger pointing.
Yeah.
And the response is immediate, with a perfectly framed question for elaboration. Can you elaborate on those areas? What trends do you think contributed to those improvements?
That's a great phrase, asking for detail and analysis without sounding accusatory at all.
Exactly. The response then explains the rise in new client acquisitions, particularly in healthcare and tech sectors, attributing it to strong growth there. So it's not just stating a number. It's providing context, attributing success, which validates the team's effort.
But then the conversation quickly moves to a critical issue, addressing retention issues, or what's often called the churn rate.
Ah, churn. Not good.
Not good. The report mentions a 12% churn this quarter, up from 8% last quarter. That's a concerning trend that needs direct, honest communication.
Yeah, I gotta face the music.
It highlights the importance of using precise data points in these discussions, but also, frankly, the courage to present uncomfortable truths clearly.
And the immediate follow-up question is a model of effective questioning. How much higher are we talking about? Do we have a specific percentage of clients lost?
Seeking clarity, specificity.
Right. Getting the concrete number, avoiding ambiguity. Once it's provided, the questioner acknowledges the problem directly, but immediately pivots to solutions. That's disappointing, but actionable. What measures have been proposed to improve customer satisfaction?
Ah, that's a masterful move. Acknowledging the negative feeling, disappointing, but instantly shifting focus to what can be done. Actionable measures proposed.
Keeps it moving forward.
It's a key phrase, really, for maintaining a proactive, solution-oriented mindset in difficult discussions. The proposed measures mentioned include the support team reducing response times and improving communication between sales and customer service with an expectation of positive changes within the next quarter. Gives a clear timeline for accountability, too.
Okay, good. Then the discussion broadens out to regional performance insights. North America remains strong, but Europe struggled economic conditions impacting purchasing power.
Common story lately.
Asia Pacific is still growing steadily, and Latin America shows early signs of improvement. So a mixed bag. The approach outlined for Europe is tailored, more localized marketing efforts and offering flexible pricing plans. This shows adaptability to different market conditions, a strategic use of resources, all communicated clearly to get buy-in.
And there's a follow-up question like, that's a smart move. Do you expect other regions to follow a similar trend? Or was Europe an isolated case? Which is a great question to understand the broader implications, anticipate future challenges.
Yeah, strategic thinking to capture growth opportunities. They're investing in local sales teams and refining our messaging to address regional specific needs, emphasizing that customization is key.
Tailoring the message.
Right. Highlights the importance of precise, targeted communication strategies globally. Digital channels are crucial, especially in Asia Pacific, needing an enhanced online presence and streamlined e-commerce. Shows they understand modern market demands.
They also wisely look at competitor performance. They note competitors are also struggling with retention, but investing heavily in customer experience.
Keeping an eye on the competition.
Smart. Yeah, that external benchmark is vital for strategic planning, for decision-making. The company's own plan is to increase our focus on personalized customer interactions and enhance post-sale support. This shows a proactive learning posture, adapting their own communication and service approach based on market intelligence.
Okay, then it's about product performance. Their flagship product continues to lead in sales, which is good news.
Always good to have a winner.
But some newer offerings haven't gained the traction we expected. Traction, that's a common business term for progress or momentum, right? Product adoption.
Yeah, gaining ground.
The problem is identified as a combination of both marketing issue and feature gap. That's a crucial diagnostic phrase, not just one.
Right. Multifaceted.
The marketing team is revising the campaigns, and product development is working on updates, expecting noticeable results soon. This demonstrates a clear plan for addressing those product challenges, communicated with accountability and a forward-looking perspective.
And finally, they touch on team performance and support. The dialogue acknowledges the team faced challenges, particularly with the product rollout and customer feedback.
The human element.
Exactly. There's an emphasis on the need for more in-depth product training, especially on newer offerings, to help with those client discussions. Ongoing programs mentioned include workshops and one-on-one sessions for personalized guidance.
Supporting the team.
It recognizes the human element in sales performance and the importance of equipping the team with the knowledge and, crucially, the communicative confidence they need to succeed.
So the conclusion outlines the top 3 priorities for the next quarter: improving customer retention, addressing product feedback, and expanding presence in high-growth regions. There's a request for continued investment from leadership and strategic alignment with marketing.
Connecting the dots.
The confidence expressed in turning things around, stating the team is focused and we've identified the key areas to improve, wraps it up on a positive, actionable note. This whole dialogue, with the probing questions and detailed responses, demonstrates not just clear reporting, but a forward-thinking, solution-oriented approach to business challenges, all facilitated by precise, strategic communication.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? From identifying a problem to outlining concrete actions and forecasting outcomes, these conversations are fantastic examples of how to navigate data-driven discussions.
Right.
The back and forth isn't just about sharing information. It's about collaboratively building a path forward. You can clearly hear the specific questions used to dig deeper, like that request for elaboration earlier. And the precise phrases used to confirm understanding or propose next steps. This really highlights how meeting phrases are not just words. They're tools for driving clarity and decision-making in a business context. It's the difference between a vague, rambling discussion and a truly productive meeting.
Okay. Moving beyond performance reviews, this next section really delves into strategic planning. We start with the complex undertaking of a product launch.
A big one.
Yeah. And this isn't just a discussion, it's like a blueprint for bringing a new offering to market. It showcases how a truly collaborative meeting can cover vast ground effectively, from market analysis to budget allocation, all while maintaining clarity.
What's fascinating here is the methodical approach they take to something so complex. The primary goal for this launch is stated right up front: to maximize market penetration and brand awareness.
What's your objective?
Sets a strong, measurable objective from the outset. This immediately provides focus for the entire discussion, ensuring every subsequent point aligns with this core aim. It's a really powerful way to open any strategic meeting.
Agreed. They dive straight into initial steps, starting with comprehensive market analysis. There are questions like, what's our primary goal for this launch? And any thoughts on the initial steps? Which are excellent ways to set the objective and invite broad input from the team.
Fosters shared ownership, right?
Exactly. Understanding the target audience's needs and preferences is crucial. And the dialogue highlights this isn't just about knowing your potential customers. It's also about analyzing competitors' strategies to differentiate our product and highlight unique selling points. Shows a strategic mindset from the get-go.
Ensuring the product's communication strategy is distinctive, not just another me too.
Right. The conversation then moves fluidly to marketing channels and content strategy. The plan involves a mix of digital and traditional channels, a clear, high-level approach.
Avoids getting bogged down too early in the weeds.
Crucially, they identify specific social media platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, aligning them with target demographics. This demonstrates how effective strategic discussions move from broad strokes to specific tactical choices.
And how those choices are communicated and justified. The precision in selecting platforms based on audience is a key takeaway here.
And for content, the focus is on engaging and informative material. Blog posts, videos, infographics. It's not just a list of formats. It's a statement about the quality and purpose of the content.
Right, value-driven.
There's a brilliant idea about influencer partnerships to amplify our reach, but with the critical caveat that these influencers must align with our brand values.
Important check. Brand integrity.
It highlights the importance of maintaining brand integrity even when expanding reach. That's a communication decision as much as a marketing one. It's about being strategic and consistent in messaging across every single touch point.
Next, they address the intricate details of launch event planning. They opt for a hybrid event, combining in-person and virtual elements to maximize attendance.
Smart move in today's world.
Shows a practical understanding of reaching a wider, more diverse audience. They plan interactive sessions like live Q&A, product demos to keep the audience actively engaged, turning a presentation into more of a dialogue.
Yeah, more two-way.
Details like timing, weekday morning, convenient for professionals, an invitation strategy, send 3 weeks prior, follow up with reminders a week and a day before, show really thorough planning.
Covering all the bases.
And phrases like, what kind of event are we planning? Seek clarification. The collective agreement and adding of detail, that sounds perfect. We should also follow up with reminders. Demonstrates how collaborative planning unfolds through specific conversational patterns.
And of course, budget allocation. Critical for any launch. They discuss a detailed breakdown, covering marketing, event costs, and importantly, contingencies.
Gotta have that buffer.
Funds set aside for unexpected expenses. The proposed allocation is specific: 40% marketing, 30% event, 30% contingencies. They stress monitoring spending closely and regular budget reviews, key phrases for financial accountability.
Keeping it grounded.
And the question, how much are we allocating for this launch, is a direct, no-nonsense query about resources that grounds the aspirational plans in financial reality. Shows a command of the numbers, focus on practical execution.
This naturally leads to team responsibilities and communication. They identified the need for a clear division of responsibilities with dedicated leads for marketing, event planning, logistics.
Clear ownership.
It's not just about assigning tasks. It's about defining clear lines of communication and ownership. Regular check-ins, weekly meetings, are explicitly planned for alignment and progress tracking, along with using project management tools like Trello or Asana.
Structure and duels.
The emphasis on communication is key. Yes, communication is key. Weekly meetings should help us stay aligned. Reinforces the principle that structured communication is the backbone of any coordinated effort.
Okay, so after the launch itself, there's a robust post-launch strategy. It's not just about celebrating, it's about maintaining momentum with a follow-up plan, regular updates, ongoing audience engagement.
Keeping the buzz going.
They also focus on gathering feedback through surveys and monitoring metrics like sales, website traffic, social media engagement. This commitment to continuous improvement, not just a one-off event, is vital. It's a fantastic example of a business conversation that considers the full life cycle, including sustaining engagement and learning for next time.
And in any large project like this, you absolutely must anticipate potential challenges and risk mitigation.
Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Something like that. The team proactively prepares for technical issues with a backup plan and for negative feedback with a response plan. The overarching strategy is being proactive, having a crisis management plan.
Foresight.
Demonstrates critical foresight and the importance of communicating potential pitfalls before they become actual problems. Finally, they discuss timeline finalization, setting clear deadlines for each phase, planning regular progress reviews. The summary reinforces the systematic approach. Market analysis, content creation, marketing, event planning, post-launch follow-up, feedback, reviews, adjustments. This dialogue is just a masterclass in how to systematically plan by breaking down a large task into smaller, manageable sections, using those collaborative phrases like, agreed, sounds good, that's a great idea, to keep the plan moving forward productively.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting again, I think. Once you have a product, how do you actually make sure it reaches its audience in today's, well, increasingly crowded digital world?
Yeah, cutting through the noise.
Our next deep dive is a brilliant conversation all about digital marketing strategies. And it's a fantastic example of how to explain inherently complex concepts in an engaging Q&A format, making them digestible and actionable for pretty much any business.
This Q&A we looked at effectively breaks down a broad, often intimidating topic into clear, understandable components. The cruciality of digital marketing is established immediately. It helps businesses reach a wider audience online where most consumers spend their time.
Right, meet them where they are.
Exactly. Provides immediate, compelling context for the listener. Frames digital marketing not as some technicality, but as a fundamental business imperative in the modern age.
Right. And then it's about making it practical, cutting through the jargon. Someone asks, what exactly does boosting online presence mean in practical terms for businesses? And the clarification is excellent, simple. Making sure your business is visible across various online platforms.
Nice and clear.
Then list the key areas: social media, search engines, and websites. This type of clear, concise explanation is vital for effective business communication. Avoids overwhelming the listener with tech terms too early.
They then delve into key strategies for online presence, starting powerfully with social media marketing. Defined as creating engaging content that resonates with the target audience on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
Resonates, good word.
Then comes a very practical, common question you might have. How can companies ensure their content actually engages the audience?
Yeah, how do you do that?
It invites real, actionable advice. The answer is direct. Posting regularly, interacting with followers, and critically, using analytics, likes, shares, comments, click-through rates to refine content.
Data-driven.
Highlights the data-driven nature of modern marketing and how feedback from your audience directly informs your communicative approach.
Then, the often underestimated website importance is discussed. Despite social media's rise, a website is still crucial as the business's digital home base.
Online storefront.
Exactly. An effective website is described with concrete characteristics: user-friendly, mobile responsive, and optimized for search engines, plus loading quickly and offering valuable information.
These aren't just tech specs, they're communication principles, aren't they? A user-friendly site communicates ease of use. Mobile responsiveness communicates accessibility. Valuable content communicates expertise.
That's a great way to frame it, which naturally leads to SEO, search engine optimization. It's explained that SEO helps websites rank higher on Google and other search engines, driving organic traffic.
Free traffic. Well, earned traffic.
Right. Someone clarifies, you mentioned optimized for search engines. That sounds like SEO, right? Can you explain how SEO helps boost online presence? Brilliant example of clarifying a technical term and inviting a deeper, more accessible explanation.
Yeah, making it understandable.
The response is key. Improving SEO isn't just about keywords. It's a holistic approach involving page speed, high-quality content, backlinks, mobile optimization, all contributing to a great user experience and valuable content.
Shifts the understanding of SEO from just a technical trick to a comprehensive strategy for online visibility and effective communication.
Next, they tackle paid advertising, like Google Ads or Facebook ads, crucial for boosting visibility quickly, targeting specific demographics.
Pay to play sometimes.
And a common concern, especially for small businesses, is addressed head-on. Isn't paid advertising expensive for small businesses?
The cost question always comes up.
The explanation is it can be managed by setting budgets, and well-targeted ads often give a good ROI. Masterclass in addressing a common objection with a clear, practical solution makes a powerful communication tool accessible. It's about being strategic with your ad spend and clear in your messaging.
Then they discuss content marketing, creating valuable content, blog posts, videos, infographics that educates and engages the audience, builds trust, position businesses as experts.
Thought leadership.
Exactly. The key to effectiveness is researching customer needs and addressing those interests or solving problems. It's about providing genuine value through your communication, not just sales pitches. Building long-term relationships through consistent, helpful information.
And what about email marketing? Some might think it's old school, right?
Still surprisingly effective, though.
Incredibly effective for direct reach and engagement. Another excellent practical question is raised. But with so many emails flooding inboxes, how can businesses make sure their emails actually get opened?
Yeah, the open rate challenge.
The solution involves catchy and relevant subject lines and sending valuable non-spammy content. Best practices highlighted include segmenting email lists and personalizing content, ensuring tailored messages. It demonstrates the critical role of crafting compelling, targeted messages to cut through the digital noise.
And the idea of personalization extends beyond just emails, doesn't it? It applies to website experiences, social media interactions, and even ads, using data about past behavior.
Getting smarter with data.
Shows a sophisticated approach, truly understanding and catering to individual needs, making communication feel less like a broadcast and more like a one-on-one conversation. Consistent branding is also critical across all platforms. Logo, colors, tone of voice, messaging for building trust and recognition.
Creating that cohesive identity.
Exactly. That resonates everywhere.
Finally, customer feedback and reviews are highlighted as incredibly important. Positive reviews build trust, improve local SEO, act as powerful social proof.
Word of mouth, digitized.
Businesses can encourage reviews by simply asking after purchase or service. The discussion concludes by highlighting the biggest mistake: inconsistency in posting, branding, engagement.
Consistency is king.
The key takeaway and a crucial communication insight is that success requires a consistent application of a well-rounded long-term strategy. This entire dialogue is just a masterclass in breaking down complex topics into digestible parts. Demonstrates how effective business English simplifies, clarifies, and guides action.
Which raises an important question for you. How do you translate these strategic discussions into actionable communication within your own team or maybe with your clients? What stands out to you about how these conversations unfold? From the precise language used to ask for specific data points in that sales review to the way complex digital marketing terms are broken down. It's all about making the abstract concrete through effective phrasing.
Yeah.
And it profoundly highlights the importance of asking the right questions, using precise meeting phrases to drive clarity and decision-making in any business context.
Okay, now let's talk about the human element, the art of negotiation and the science of motivation.
People stuff, crucial stuff.
These are two areas where your business English really, really shines. It allows you to build rapport, resolve conflict, inspire your team. Mastering these conversational dynamics can fundamentally shift outcomes.
This deep dive into client negotiation really underscores its cruciality for building long-term relationships, not just, closing one deal. It's about fostering a partnership.
Right. More than transactional.
And the source material breaks it down into clear, actionable phases. It starts with phase 1, preparation, which isn't just about internal strategy, but how that strategy informs your actual communication.
Right. Doing your homework. It's all about researching the client's background, company goals, history, industry, that helps you anticipate their needs.
Shows you care.
Exactly. It actively builds trust because you're signaling through your informed questions that you've done our homework. Having a clear agenda shows respect for their time, keeps the conversation focused, and preparing talking points prioritized by importance ensures you discuss what matters most.
There's a question in the dialogue like, do you think having a clear agenda helps? Seeking agreement, right, builds immediate consensus on the process itself. It's kind of a meta-level communication strategy.
Yeah, getting agreement on how you'll talk.
Yeah.
Smart. From preparation, they move to phase 2, understanding goals and listening.
Key phase.
This involves asking open-ended questions to get clients talking. That signals your genuine interest in meeting their needs, not just pushing your own agenda.
What's them first?
Active listening is emphasized as so important to avoid missing valuable insights or those subtle clues about challenges and priorities.
Easy to miss if you're just waiting to talk.
Totally. The phrase active listening is so important, do you agree, is a powerful way to reinforce a communication principle and invite confirmation. Ensures shared understanding of how the conversation should unfold. It's about hearing not just the words, but the intent, the underlying needs.
Then phase 3, setting boundaries and managing expectations. Absolutely essential, isn't it? Prevents misunderstandings, clarifies deliverables, timelines, resource limits, other constraints early on.
Avoid scope creep later.
Someone states now setting boundaries is another key part. It's essential for clear expectations, right? Frames a principle, seeks confirmation. Ensures both parties are on the same page about what's realistic, what's not. It's about using clear language to draw lines in the sand respectfully, avoiding future disputes.
Okay, and then a fascinating and often overlooked aspect. Phase 4, body language.
The nonverbals.
Can profoundly influence negotiation tone. Communicate as much, if not more, than words. Effective use involves an open posture, nodding, maintaining eye contact, subtle mirroring, mimicking nonverbal cues to build rapport.
Builds connection subconsciously.
These actions make others feel understood and at ease. Highlights the critical role of nonverbal cues, just as important as the spoken words in business English. Shows how your physical presence communicates intent and receptiveness.
Next, phase 5, framing the initial offer. The strategy here is crucial. Connect solutions to client priorities. Clients are just more receptive when the offer aligns with their needs.
Makes sense. Speak their language.
Literally and figuratively. There's also a discussion about flexibility within reason, which shows we're cooperative, but it's essential to maintain our interests too. Finding that delicate balance between accommodating the client and protecting your own core value proposition.
Don't give away the farm, as they say.
Exactly. But you do want to signal a willingness to collaborate.
And then the inevitable. Phase 6, handling pushback and compromise.
The tricky part.
The advice is to stay calm, crucial starting point, and suggest alternative options to keep the conversation productive. Demonstrates openness to compromise without conceding too much.
Exploring options, not digging heels in.
The core concept is mutually beneficial compromise. That win-win negotiation, again, where both sides see value, leads to satisfaction, maintains a good relationship. achieved through careful phrasing that explores options rather than stating ultimatums.
And protecting key terms involves setting limits on core values. Minor adjustments maybe, but not if they compromise principles or profits. Someone asks, and if a client pushes back, how do you handle it? Prompting practical, step-by-step advice on navigating these tricky conversational moments.
Finally, phase 7, ending positively and follow-up. Summarizing agreements, thanking the client reinforces the partnership, leaves a strong, good impression.
Last impressions matter too.
A detailed follow-up email outlining the discussion is professional, ensures everyone's on the same page, keeps communication lines open and transparent. The entire discussion stresses continuous improvement, noting every client interaction teaches something new. This structured conversation, with practical how-to questions and proven strategies, is just a masterclass in guiding a business dialogue effectively, building lasting relationships through intentional communication.
Which raises an important question for you, the listener. While negotiation is about external relationships and specific meeting phrases to secure outcomes, internal team dynamics are equally vital for productivity, aren't they?
Absolutely. Can't neglect the home team.
So how do you think the principles of clear communication and understanding, as we saw in negotiation, translate to motivating your own team? Fostering a positive internal culture, this leads us perfectly into our next discussion, which is all about the vital art of boosting team motivation.
Okay, let's talk about boosting team motivation. Fostering a productive and harmonious workplace. The dialogue highlights that motivation is essential for productivity, drives better performance and results, keeps team members engaged and focused. It's not just a nice-to-have, it's a strategic imperative.
And it fundamentally starts with strategy 1, clear and achievable goals. This is just fundamental for motivation, right? People need to know what they're working toward.
Give direction.
Purpose. Without clear objectives transparently communicated, motivation can easily just falter. It's about painting a clear picture of success and how each individual contributes to that picture.
Absolutely. Then comes strategy 2, recognition and acknowledgement. The source emphasizes that people want their efforts acknowledged. It makes a difference.
Doesn't cost much. Huge impact.
And that even small acknowledgments can encourage the team to keep pushing forward. This includes weekly feedback sessions to highlight achievements and progress, and celebrating small wins to boost morale.
Consistency is key there, though.
Right. Someone asks, I agree, recognition really makes a difference, but how can we make it consistent? Prompts a discussion on practical implementation. How do you make sure recognition is a constant, authentic part of the team's communicative fabric?
Finding the right phrases to express genuine appreciation, publicly and privately.
Strategy 3. Team building activities are suggested. The clear benefit is that members connect personally, work together better, and build trust, leading to better collaboration.
Breaks down silos.
The suggestion of short activities once a month demonstrates a practical, manageable approach. And the question, I wonder if team-building activities could also improve motivation, is a great way to propose an idea for discussion. Invites collective brainstorming rather than just stating a solution, creates those casual conversation opportunities that build stronger working relationships.
Strategy 4. Personal growth goals are also presented as vital. When team members see their own development, they feel more invested in work, increasing their sense of responsibility and commitment.
Investing in your people.
Integrating these goals into regular feedback sessions provides individual support. This isn't just about professional development, it's about communicating career pathways, showing how individual growth contributes to team success. Makes employees feel valued long-term.
Then there's strategy 5, supportive environment. Crucial so people feel safe, open to challenges and feedback.
Psychological safety again.
Actions include encouraging open communication, active listening, and leaders being approachable and ready to listen to concerns. Someone asks, so what can we do to create that kind of environment? Seeking concrete actions. Highlights the importance of leaders modeling the desired communication behavior, making it safe for difficult conversations, promoting a culture of empathy.
Strategy 6. Autonomy is presented as empowering, shows trust in abilities, increases motivation when people get to make decisions.
Ownership.
However, it needs a careful balance with accountability. That involves clear expectations and regular check-ins on progress. Addresses potential pitfalls directly with a phrase like, how do we balance autonomy with accountability, though?
$1 million question sometimes.
It's a key question for managing performance while empowering your team. Requires precise communication of expectations and boundaries.
Finally, strategy 7, rewards and incentives. These should align with team values. feel meaningful, not just material.
More than just cash.
Simple gestures like a thank you note or public acknowledgement are highlighted as highly effective for key achievements. The overall message is that a positive culture drives long-term motivation. Productivity follows when people genuinely enjoy their work.
They conclude by suggesting regular monthly meetings to discuss motivation and team morale, and crucially, getting feedback from the team to adjust approach based on needs. This dialogue is a really collaborative brainstorming session, an excellent example of a productive problem-solving meeting using precise business English to foster internal harmony.
So what does this all mean for your professional life? Whether you're clinching that deal with a client or fueling your team's drive, it's crystal clear, isn't it? Communication is not just about what you say, but fundamentally how you say it.
The delivery matters.
These conversations beautifully illustrate how to move from abstract desires like better motivation to concrete actions, all while building stronger relationships through the nuanced application of business English and effective meeting phrases.
Okay, building on that idea of effective communication being the engine of business, our next segment focuses on operational excellence. We'll move from delivering value in complex IT projects to managing those often unseen risks, and then conclude with the crucial first impressions of a new hire. These discussions highlight the importance of process, clarity, support, all communicated through specific, intentional language that really shapes outcomes.
Our first conversation here is about delivering value in IT project management, aligning goals and fostering feedback. The core principle is immediately clear. Delivering value starts with understanding client needs and setting clear goals, aligning project goals with business objectives.
Starts with the why.
Right. This isn't just a mission statement. It's a communication directive, ensuring every step, every conversation, every line of code ultimately serves the client's articulated needs.
Absolutely. And to ensure objectives are met, they discuss regular check-ins, monitoring progress, and adjusting plans as needed. This iterative process is built on continuous communication.
Constant feedback loop.
Stakeholder engagement is deemed crucial, especially early on, for setting realistic expectations. And strong communication minimizes misunderstandings. This highlights the proactive nature of effective IT project management, anticipating questions, providing answers before they're even asked, building trust through transparency.
They also touch on the practical tools like Jira and Trello, which streamline task assignments, updates, and alignment.
Making things visible.
These aren't just software, they are communicative infrastructures. They make project status, responsibilities, progress visible to everyone, reducing the need for constant verbal updates and fostering accountability.
Risk management is another critical aspect mentioned. Identifying risks early, creating mitigation strategies before issues arise, presented as proactive, saves from delays or failures.
Getting ahead of problems.
The insight here is that teams knowing risks helps prioritize tasks. So, communicating potential pitfalls isn't about scaring the team, it's about empowering them with knowledge, so they can collectively prioritize, anticipate, maybe even innovate solutions. It's communication for strategic agility.
The conversation then delves into agile methods, allows quick adjustments, adds value by responding to changing needs, making flexibility essential.
Adapting on the fly.
They discuss incremental value, where clients appreciate seeing progress in stages, and a powerful feedback loop after each sprint, where client input guides progress. This continuous feedback is invaluable.
It's a communication strategy that prioritizes frequent, short conversations over lengthy, infrequent reports, allows for real-time adaptation, ensures the project stays aligned with evolving needs.
And what about capturing all this dynamic progress? Documentation is emphasized for maintaining project clarity, recording essential processes, helping new team members get up to speed quickly.
Onboarding help.
Ensuring accountability, and crucially, reducing knowledge loss when team members move on. Reinforces the systematic approach IT projects demand, turns conversations and decisions into an accessible institutional memory.
Resource management is about tracking workloads, rotating assignments to prevent burnout, keep teams productive and motivated. It's about balance, sustainability.
Requires honest conversations about capacity, workload, a delicate communication dance, ensuring fairness and efficiency.
And when discussing measuring value and outcomes, it's noted value depends on the project. Could be client satisfaction, ROI, reduced costs, time savings, even intangible value like improved user experience, enhances business value, reinforces project success.
So the language used to describe value needs tailoring to the audience, right? Whether it's a client focused on ROI or a user seeking a smoother experience.
Precisely. They discuss managing timelines versus quality, prioritizing essential features first, ensuring they're well executed before adding extras. Meeting deadlines is important, but quality must be consistent.
The eternal trade-off.
Highlights the constant strategic decision-making involved, which must be clearly communicated to stakeholders. Managing expectations through a clear articulation of priorities.
Scope management is vital. Document every change request. Evaluate impact before proceeding to prevent scope creep from derailing timelines or budgets.
Keep it under control.
New features must align with goals or add clear value. Requires firm but professional communication, ensuring every deviation from the original plan is explicitly discussed, agreed upon, its implications understood.
Team collaboration is actively fostered through daily stand-ups and retrospectives. These keep communication open, ensure alignment, promote accountability, foster innovation, and share insights. These specific meeting phrases and structures are fundamental to Agile.
Rituals that work.
And ensuring team members feel heard through open discussions, regular feedback sessions that boosts morale and project quality. The dialogue concludes with post-project evaluations, reviewing successes, areas for improvement, focusing on lessons for future projects, emphasizing continuous improvement. This thorough discussion demonstrates how to build shared understanding, elaborate on complex processes through the deliberate use of business English.
Okay, let's unpack this. Just as important as managing a project for value is managing its risks. Right?
Absolutely critical, often underestimated.
Our next conversation shows how to systematically identify, prioritize, and mitigate potential threats, all while communicating these crucial steps transparently.
This structured conversation on proactive risk management. Securing project success and stability reinforces the core principle. Identifying risks early is crucial for project success and stability. It immediately sets a tone of preparedness, foresight, positions risk management as an empowering, not fearful activity.
They categorize types of risks into financial, budget delays, operational inefficiencies, resource mismanagement, and external supplier issues. Regulatory changes, hard to control, but significant impact.
Provides a clear framework for discussion, ensures no stone is left unturned in their risk communication strategy.
The first step. Identification is a thorough risk assessment, brainstorming potential threats, drawing on different perspectives and team insights from past experiences.
Collaborative approach. Key. Ensures a wide range of potential problems are surfaced.
Then prioritization is by likelihood and potential impact, with high-impact risks come first. Ensures focus on the most critical threats. Crucially, allows you to communicate why certain risks are being addressed before others.
Once prioritized, they develop mitigation plans, financial risk, securing additional funding options, adjusting project scope, and contingency plans, operational risk, regular process reviews and adjustments for productivity resource allocation, proactively improving processes.
Gotta have those plans B and C.
And all these mitigation steps must be documented in a formal risk management plan. This documentation isn't just paperwork, it's a critical communication tool. Ensures consistency, accountability, shared understanding of how risks will be managed.
They recommend review frequency, like quarterly reviews, adjustable based on project needs, to stay prepared as risks evolve.
Yeah, risk isn't static.
Communication with stakeholders involves scheduled updates during critical phases to ensure transparency, build trust, reinforces the idea that managing risks isn't just internal, it's a continuous external communication effort. Stakeholders are more supportive when informed, even about potential problems, provided you also communicate the mitigation strategy.
The idea of a dedicated risk management team for large projects is explored. Provides focused oversight, full-time monitoring, quick implementation, and updating plan, which ensures accountability. Emphasizes specialized roles for critical functions, importance of dedicated communicators for complex risk profiles.
And for addressing unforeseen risks, a flexible response strategy, quick adaptation are necessary, with documentation for future reference to add to knowledge base.
Learning from the unexpected. Promotes a culture of learning. The summary reinforces the categories and strategies. They discuss monitoring and escalation criteria for involving senior management. This structured conversation is a great example of planning a process, using phrases like, that makes sense, agreed, what's our first step? To build consensus, outline systematic approaches for managing and communicating risk effectively.
Okay, this raises an important question, though. All these sophisticated strategies, these processes, they're implemented by people.
Always comes back to people.
So how does a new person, perhaps you someday listening, integrate seamlessly into such a structured yet dynamic environment? Our final deep dive brings us to a very practical, often overlooked scenario, a new hire's first day.
The onboarding experience. So crucial.
This is a subtle but powerful masterclass in empathetic, effective onboarding communication, using specific conversation practice techniques to make someone feel welcome and capable from minute one.
This dialogue is a fantastic example of empathetic and informative communication, setting a positive tone from the very first interaction. It starts with the initial welcome and feelings, acknowledging the new hire's potential nervousness while expressing genuine excitement, ensuring their comfort.
Making them feel at ease.
Phrases like, "That's great to hear," and "Everyone's first day can feel overwhelming," immediately build rapport, psychological safety, lets the new person know it's okay to feel a bit out of sorts.
Then it moves seamlessly to practicalities. Finding the desk, office layout, computer setup, providing an IT support contact. These seemingly small details are absolutely crucial for a smooth start.
Reduces anxiety immediately.
Communicating them clearly allows a new hire to quickly feel functional, supported, shows a thoughtful approach to practical integration.
They then provide a concise overview of work, explaining its mostly orientation initially, with gradual involvement in projects rather than immediately jumping right into a project.
Manages expectations, good.
Prevents the new hire from feeling overwhelmed on day one. It's a gentle ramp-up, clearly communicated.
The team introduction is handled thoughtfully, strategically, promising a meeting with the full team tomorrow and, crucially, assigning a mentor to shadow, learn from experienced members.
Having a go-to person.
The phrase, "Not yet, we want you to get comfortable first, you'll meet the team tomorrow," is very reassuring. Sets clear expectations, alleviates immediate social pressure while still providing a plan. Fantastic way to sequence introductions for maximum comfort.
They also discuss essential tools, specifically learning project management software like Trello, and ensuring IT support is readily available for any technical hiccups. Prepares the new hire for the technical aspects, reinforces that help is always at hand, reducing potential frustration.
The conversation then gets into daily routine and social integration, talking about starting with coffee, a brief catch-up, suggesting coffee lunch spots, providing options, social norms.
Little things that help someone fit in.
Someone asks, "What's the usual daily routine like here?" Helps the new hire understand workplace norms organically. The fact that most eat together is highlighted as a good chance to chat and relax, actively fostering social connection.
The new hire's response, "Sounds like a great way to connect with everyone, I'll join in," shows enthusiasm, intent to integrate a positive signal of successful onboarding communication.
To make a good impression, the advice is simple, empowering. Just be yourself, show your enthusiasm. Moves beyond formal instructions to focusing on authentic presence.
Be genuine.
The focus for the first week is clearly articulated, familiarizing yourself with our projects and meeting the team. They also prepare the new hire for the upcoming team meeting, advising a brief introduction, reassuring them that everyone is friendly, proactively reducing any performance anxiety.
They mention upcoming projects, a client project next month, as an opportunity to support initial stages, explicitly valuing the new hire's enthusiasm for contributing, connects the new hire to future work, signaling their importance, future role in the team's success.
Crucially, they discuss the company culture, describing it as relaxed but professional-friendly, supportive vibe, emphasizing a healthy work-life balance where overtime is rare because productivity improves when you're not overworked.
Sets realistic, positive expectations about the work environment. Manages perceived workload. Promotes well-being through direct communication.
And finally, ongoing support is emphasized. The host's desk is just across the hall for questions, and the new hire is explicitly told it's okay to ask questions anytime.
Open door policy, literally.
This welcoming, informative conversation, using phrases like, "That's great to hear, I understand, you'll fit right in," demonstrates a perfect approach to successful onboarding in business English. It's a masterclass in using specific meeting phrases and conversation practice techniques to truly welcome, inform, and integrate a new team member.
So, what does this all mean for you and your journey in the professional world? From the detailed strategies in IT project management and risk assessment to the welcoming nuances of a first-day conversation. These segments highlight how absolutely essential, clear, empathetic, structured communication is for any business operation.
Yeah, it runs through everything.
It's about ensuring everyone is aligned, supported, understands their critical role in the bigger picture, all conveyed through the power of specific phrases and intentional conversational patterns. We've seen how specific phrases and conversational structures can empower you to ask the right questions, propose solutions, express agreement or disagreement constructively, manage expectations with grace.
Hmm.
The real value lies not just in knowing the vocabulary, but in understanding the flow, the intent behind these interactions. Critical thinking is essential in this world of information overload, right? Applying these communication patterns allows for a deeper understanding, a more effective application of knowledge.
You've now got, well, a treasure trove of insights and practical conversational models right at your fingertips. Imagine the confidence you'll have stepping into your next meeting,
Yeah.
knowing you have the tools, the right meeting phrases, the conversational instincts to engage effectively, make your voice heard, and truly contribute.
Which raises, I think, an important final question for you to consider. How might proactively integrating even just one or two of these specific communication strategies or meeting phrases like maybe an active affirmation or a structured probing question, or even just a subtle reassurance, how might that transform the outcome of your next business interaction? Not just for you, but potentially for your entire team. What small change in your verbal approach could lead to a significant impact on collaboration, on clarity, maybe even on morale?
Something to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep learning, keep practicing that business English, and definitely keep that curiosity ignited.
We'll catch you on the next one.